Hi girls, I'm so happy to see you again. It's been a long time, but I missed you, so I thought I'd do a quick video. And today we're going to do a full face of Lancome makeup. So let's get started with the primer. And I'm going to use this little travel size, and it does come in a bigger size if this is a primer that you like, but I wasn't sure if I'd like it or not, so I just got the little one. So I have about a half a pea size, and I'm going to dab it on and blend it in. With the makeup that I'm using, I did find that it goes better with a primer. You can use it without. I found it a little hard to blend without a primer. It didn't smooth on as easily, so that's why I would really encourage you to use the primer. So I'm going to let this kind of settle in, and I'm going to do my eyes first, and we'll see what you think when it's all done. Okay, so for the eyes I am using the Rose Fusion Hypnose palette. So it comes in a little compact like this, and these are the colors, and it has a little chart you can see, and it shows you exactly what to do and where to put the colors. So I love that. So number one is this kind of peachy shimmer. So we're gonna put that all over, just like the chart says. And if you have tried any makeup that you really like, I hope you put it in the comments. Hope you say hi, tell me what you've been up to. I know most of us have been up to nothing because we've been home, but I am curious to see what's new with you. Okay, the second thing is this kind of matte, very subtle rose shade. We're gonna take that and we're gonna put it under the crease. So we're just gonna brush that easily on the lower portion of the lid. Getting it into my bangs. I tried to make my hair look pretty for you guys, and it's already getting in my eyes. Okay, so that's step two. And then step three is this very vivid, almost red shade. It's got a lot of berry in it, so I'm going to take a smaller brush, and you're supposed to pop that in the middle. So that's what we do. We'll just kind of pop that right in the center and sort of brush it into blend. There we go. I'm doing this whole thing in the iPhone. That's my mirror. I used to have a special mirror that I used for my makeup videos. I have no idea where it is, so we're winging it. Okay, so it looks a little funny right now to me, but we'll keep going. I've done this before. I usually like the end result. And so then we take this medium rose shade after that, and we're going to take that across what we just did and then blend it out. So let's do a little bit fluffier brush for this. And we're just gonna take it out and up. So you're just doing layers and layers of these pretty pink rose shades. So it's very soft, very summery. I really like it. But it would be cute for winter too. You know, sometimes you like a warm rosy shade in the winter too. And then lastly, we're going to take this darker shade and we're gonna kind of line our eyes with that. So we'll go under. Make a nice smoky eye. If you don't want to do the liner, that's fine, or if you want to use a liquid liner, that's fine too, but you can just use this palette for everything if you want to, which is nice. And it does give you these little step-by-step instructions. So we'll go over top, do a little line on the upper lash line. There we go. And I think I'm going to go over that again. Doesn't really feel like I got a very solid line. There we go. So what do you think? I kind of like it. I'm going to go up just a tad on the corners, just the slightest little bit, just to kind of uplift the corners of my eyes. And then I'm going to blend. So let's just smooth everything together and sweep it up. And that will be it. And it's a really natural, feminine, pink, peachy look. Okay, so we're done with eyes. The primer is set. So now I am going to move on to brows, and then I'll do the foundation. But I'm gonna brush my, oh, I have to do my mascara too. Kind of out of the loop on making makeup videos, so you'll have to laugh along with me, but we'll get it done. Okay, so my brows are brushed. Now this is the Lancome Brow Densify. And there's quite a few shades. I have kind of a medium brown shade, which as you can see matches pretty well to my brows, so I'm happy with that. Funny story, I had this gray brow hair. I kept trying to get it out before the video because I didn't want to have a white brow hair just like zinging out there. So, of course, I think I get it in my tweezers and it's the wrong hair. And so I do it again and again and again. And now I have like this little bald patch. Finally got the white one out, but it was a chore. But I made it, I persevered. Okay, here we go with the brush again. Just blend it all in, get those brows nice and shaped. And I like to kind of go along the top with my finger. I know a lot of people like a fluffy brow. I feel a little unkempt with a fluffy brow, so I don't usually do them. Okay, now lashes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And this is the Sills Booster from Lancome. I will list everything below. I'm probably just going to do the top part with this. You can do both, but just for time's sake. I'll just do the top, and it kind of gives you a little more thickness and definition. Okay, and this is their Lancome Mr. Big, or Monsieur Big. So we'll do that. And that's lovely, I like that. Do a little more, because why not? There we go, looking good. And that's good. I'll give that just a second to kind of dry, and then I'll do the bottoms, because the bottoms sometimes kind of make a mess. So this is the Absolue Makeup, and this one is 10 Ecru, which is kind of a neutral shade. They have a nice wide variety of shades, so whether your skin is very dark or very light or kind of in the middle like mine, you'll find something. I did find, since I shopped online, since when I got it, you couldn't go back in the stores yet, this is a little light for me. You'll see. I'm gonna use a little spatula. This is not the one that came with it, but it does give you a spatula. I just lost mine, so I'm using another one. So, okay, so this is Ecru 10. I probably got a little too much, but that's okay. I have a paper towel in front of me, so I can kind of wipe it off. So it's about that much, and I find it's amazing how much coverage you get with just the tiniest bit of this makeup. So I find also it's high coverage. I don't really need a concealer with it. You can, obviously, use a concealer if you want to, but I'm not going to today because I feel like it covers everything up well enough without it. So obviously, as you can see, I'm just kind of using my fingers to start, and then I'll brush it in a minute. Hopefully I'm doing a pretty good job. Like I said, I'm just looking in the phone as I film this, so I don't have a magnifying mirror like I used to. We'll see how this goes. If you like this video, maybe I'll do more and I'll go get a mirror. But today I was just bored and I've been a little sad. You know, I live in California. We're having a resurgence. Everything's getting worse, not better. And I just thought, I need a hobby. Oh, get this. I learned how to knit online. I'll try to link the video if I can find it. I'm going to stop for a second to show you. I made this cute knitted scarf for the winter. I taught myself how to knit. Isn't this fun? And I'm working on another one. I was going to make one for Patrick, and it's halfway done, but he said he didn't really want one, so it's kind of like I haven't been motivated to finish it. Anyway, that's what I've been doing. So tell me like what you guys have been doing to kind of keep yourselves busy if you haven't been working or you haven't been outside much. What have you been doing? So you can see, like, look, big difference between my chest and my foundation. Especially in the summer, this is a bit too light. Probably it'll be okay in the winter time. Right now, it's kind of a little bit pale. That's okay. We'll warm it up in just a sec. So I'm just using a little brush to kind of pat it in. It does need that, I think. I think when you just use your fingers, it's not quite enough. You need to blend it a bit more. Some people use a sponge. I tend to like a makeup brush, but it's totally up to you. And then we'll just do along the jawline. Make sure we get that part. And we're all basically blended. Okay, yay. All right, next. Okay, so this is super fun. So this is the Blush Subtle Palette in New Nude. So it looks like that, little case with a mirror. And these are the colors, the highlight, the blush, and the bronzer. So we're gonna start with the bronzer, obviously, because I need a little color. So I'm gonna just swipe across that. And see, it's quite a nice color payoff. I'm gonna go all over my cheeks. I'm gonna start at the top of my ear, go down towards my mouth, and then blend all over my face. And kind of my chin too, and a little bit down my throat. Okay, so we'll do it on the other side. So we'll take a little swish, and then we'll go down. And in those diagonal strokes, just kind of keep working that bronzer in and down the throat a little bit. So even that, you can see it's like a better match. Doesn't take much. Okay, so I'll continue on. Now we'll do my forehead, which sort of looks like a light bulb right now, but we can tone it down a bit. And you really can't make a mistake with this. You do have to blend it, but it's like once you start brushing, it definitely blends really well. Okay, so I think that's enough bronzer. I don't feel like I have to match exactly. I just wanted to warm up my face a little. Now I'm going to go to this blush, which is a nice kind of neutral, flushed shade of rose. And I'm just going to kind of do circular motions from sort of right there and back. So, oops, I probably got that a little too forward. I could have gone back a little bit with that, but it's okay. It's kind of equal. Now I know that seems like a lot of blush right now, but I am going to use a powder over it, so it's all going to smooth together. I'm going to use a little bit on my nose. Anywhere the sun would hit me, I'm going to put that blush. And then I'm going to use the highlight. So this is the top part, that little highlight shade. I'm just going to use my finger for that and do a little bit on my nose in the center. a little extra highlight under the brow bone. And then just with what's left over on my finger, the tiniest bit on my Cupid's bow. I tend to get way too much around my mouth, but hopefully that's the right amount. Okay, so done with that. Now we are going to do a finishing powder, and this is the Absolue Powder, and this one is in Absolute Golden. And what I do is got like a little shaker thing. Here's the top. I shake some into the top, which is a little tough, but it slowly but surely does it. And then, see how much I have? And then I take a big powder brush and I start at the top and kind of go all over. So this you can be a bit messy with. It's a nice powder. I really like this kind of finishing powder. It's very soft, it blends beautifully, it gives you just the slightest bit of a glow. And see how everything is kind of blending together. Doesn't look quite so pronounced like it did before. It's all working for me a little better, just with that little touch of powder at the end. And I'll take it down my throat a little bit. Good to go. Okay. Now we are all done with eyes and face, so all there is left is lips, and I have a beautiful shade of Exotic Orchid. So that sounds nice for summer. So I love these little push button lipsticks. They're very creamy. And you really don't need a gloss or a liner. It just pops on really accurately. I love the color. And it all works together. So let me know what you think of this full face of Lancome makeup. I love you guys very much. I hope you're doing so well. And thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.